Hey guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette. So before we jump into it, I obviously was in the middle of a Marilyn Monroe look when my doorbell rang and then this palette showed up. I didn't want to waste any time taking off this makeup and then re-putting on my base foundation and everything, so I'm going to be reviewing this palette as Marilyn. But I guess we can make this more of like a modern Marilyn using these shades, so let's just jump into it. I'm not going to think too much into it, and let's just go. Okay, so first of all, here is the palette. Look at this. So beautiful. I feel like the camera's not even picking up how beautiful this packaging is. Or not packaging, but palette. Before we get started, as always, I'm just going to read a little bit about the palette real quick, just in case you didn't know about this launch. Meet the new Naked Ultraviolet Eyeshadow Palette, a burst of 12 highly saturated neutral purples that add a powerful pop of color to any eye. And apparently they're taking inspiration from the 90s, so I'm really excited to use this. And it is available on their website now, so it launched on the 12th online, and then it'll be in stores on July 5th. I think I'm going to do like a purpley eye look, since there are a lot of purple shades in here. So I'm gonna go in with Cyberpunk, which is the dark purple in the palette. And I'm just gonna put this into my crease. Wow, these shades are already really pigmented, I can tell. And I actually really like this brush. Normally I hate brushes that come with palettes. It's normally like right in the trash. I'm also gonna go in with the shade Purple Dust, which is more of like a bluey purple, if that makes sense. But I'm just gonna deepen this up a little bit with that shade. Then I'm gonna go on the outer corner here. Then I'm gonna take the shade Optimized, which is really pretty pastel purple. I'm just gonna put this on the inner half of my eye. And then I'm actually gonna take the shade Lucid, which looks like a mint green, but it also looks like a color shifting shade. Like it looks like an iridescent mint. Ooh, that's a cool shade. It is iridescent, it's really neat. And I'll do a swatch at the end of the video, guys, so you can see all of the shades laid out. And I'm also just gonna take this into my inner corner there. I'm also going back in with that color Cyberpunk, going underneath my eye here. I actually kind of feel like the Andy Warhol version when he did the pop art versions of her, when they had like the colorful eyeshadows, so this is coming out cool. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do the other eye off camera real quick just to save some time, and then I'll be back to swatch the palette and give my final review. Alright guys, the other eye is finished. I also noticed there isn't a whole lot of fallout at all, which is nice. And let's just get into the swatches. Alright guys, so here are the swatches. I really like this palette. I think it's such a perfect mix of colors and neutrals. Like if you want to go for more of a natural look, obviously you would go with the left-hand side of the palette. And then the right-hand side, I mean, it depends on whether you like purples or not, because most of the pops of color are purple. But I mean, I think purple just suits everybody's skin tone. Correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it does. But I do feel like it's a versatile palette for that reason, that you can make it either a more of a natural smoky glam, or you can do colors. So I also feel like this is a really good palette for like a day to night look. So if you wanted to use the left hand side of the palette to go to work or like a meeting or something like that, and then just spice it up at night, you can use the colored side. I don't know, I like it a lot. And I feel like you can smoke anything out with the color Digital, which is this top guy here. So you can either like smoke up like a really natural look, or you can do something more colorful with the purples. And that color Lucid is so cool. That's different than anything I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys can really see the iridescent shift on camera there, but it's such a beautiful mint green with like almost like a purpley iridescent. I don't know, it's so hard to describe, but it's such a neat shade. Anyway, I'm gonna take these clips out. I actually kind of like my hair like this. Is that weird? But for my final review, I really like the palette. I think it's nice. Like I told you guys, I think it's really versatile. I think you can go day to night, and I think that's really important in a palette. I also mentioned that there wasn't much fallout, so if fallout's a pain in the butt to you guys, this has very minimal. If you're gonna use this palette though, I would use a primer because I did find a couple of the shades were a little bit lighter otherwise. Like I did need to pack them on in order to get some pigment, like for the lighter shades. So this guy was Lucid, that's the one that I showed you guys. Optimized, obviously, because that's a pastel purple. And then Trippin' and Mind Slip, is that what it's called? Mind Slip. But those were all the lighter colors in the palette. I do suggest having a primer for that, which I think I'm gonna start doing that for now on. I'll probably do one eye with the primer and then the other not, because I don't use primers, so I feel like, I don't know, not that it's cheating, but I don't know. I like to see the true pigment of a palette without using a primer, but I know that a lot of people do use primers. But yeah, I'll start doing that for now on, at least one eye, so that for the people who do use a primer, I'm gonna stop talking because I feel like I'm rambling on about this for like 10 minutes. But yeah, I really like the palette. I'll include the link in the description in case you guys want to purchase it. And yeah, I love you guys. Hopefully you liked this video and hopefully it wasn't too weird. But I do kind of like this modern Marilyn. Alright guys, make sure to give it a like, that really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. She did that smile like, what